Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
We have to change the model in the way that we think. Rather than look at the things that we aren't having, look at the blessings we have all around us.
Supreme Master Ching Hai, with tears of love and awe, gratefully present the Shining World Compassion Award to Ms. Fiona Oakes, with heartfelt praises and sincere respect for all that you do for our precious animal friends and the planet, plus a gift of $21,000 as a humble token of support for your noble work. May you have continued success in your heartfelt, touching and inspiring endeavours, and may the Providence bless you and your loved ones forevermore. You are a saint.
Continue watching to find out more.
Inspired viewers, I'm Ron. The good-natured people of Cayman Islands, thank you for doing everything you can to tread lightly on our Earth home. May your days fill with love and peace. Welcome to the 4th episode of Running for Good, Queen of the Extreme, Fiona Oakes. In the previous episodes, we had the privilege of showcasing the extraordinary accomplishments and saintly sacrifices of 51-year-old British endurance runner Fiona Oakes in the last 2 decades. She cares for over 600 rescue animals at her sanctuary and pushes herself to the brink as an endurance runner despite a physical disability, just so that she can showcase the superiority of the plant-based diet. A true voice for the animals, she also speaks up against social injustice and environmental degradation. With over 10 marathon wins and 3 world records under her belt, Fiona's next major target is successfully completing the 4 Deserts Grand Slam, widely considered the toughest foot race series in the world. Within a calendar year, one must finish 4 of the world's most challenging, week-long 155-mile or 250-kilometer ultramarathons in some of the world's most unforgiving terrain, carrying one's own food and supplies, a feat that only a small number of people have ever accomplished. Fiona has never had a coach and had to learn through trial and error how to train to push her limits without injuring her unstable right knee. Remarkably, while she has had injuries from accidents and falls, she has never had a running injury, that is, an injury from the rigors of running. When she does have an accidental injury, she can bounce back in a very short time. She also recovers quickly from her strenuous workouts and sanctuary work with minimal rest. Fiona credits her lifelong vegan diet for her strength and resiliency.
recover very fast. I am able to train 9 times a week. I'm still like elite start in the London Marathon. I win races when I go to them, and I've won. The variety of my performances is amazing. Everything from 5K up to a 7-day ultra stage marathon. I've got the wins at altitude, in the heat of the desert, in the extreme cold of the North Pole, and fast road races. I've got a PB of 2:38. It's obviously not been detrimental to my performance. That's what it's all about.
Fiona is not the only super athlete to endorse the plant-based diet. 7-time US Western States 100-mile ultramarathon winner Scott Jurek, a vegan since 1999, discussed food and training in the Running for Good documentary.
So many people have it in their mind. I mean, I had it too, this idea that you need to have meat, you need to have animal protein to be able to push harder and faster. But I really think of what I'm putting into my body is fuel that's going to fuel my workouts, but also fuel recovery. And I think that's probably the biggest benefit of a plant-based diet is that ability to fuel it with the best fuel possible, but then it's also the fuel that's going to help recovery, that's going to allow my muscles to heal, to allow my body to be ready for the next workout or to be ready for the next race.
Fiona is often asked the question, what do you eat? One might expect her diet to be meticulously planned to ensure the highest level of athletic performance, but in fact, she eats only one simple, whole food, plant-based meal a day. In a podcast interview with the award-winning content creator Sarah Williams, she talked about her diet.
Very seasonal. I eat seasonal vegetables, which my father mainly grows. Nuts, pulses, rice. My mum does a lot of cooking, which I'm very fortunate. Even when I go off to the race, I don't have recovery drinks.
In another interview with Sky News UK in 2018, she said that any supplementation to her diet comes from fortified food.
I take no supplements, but I do take fortified foods. I'm a bit addicted to Vegemite, low salt. That's got B12 in it. There is this B12 argument. A lot of foods are fortified with B12, such as breakfast cereals and soya drinks, but I take no medications whatsoever.
Radiant viewers, let us take a few moments to reflect and marvel at the body's ability to heal itself. Please stay tuned to Supreme Master Television. Welcome back. As we have seen throughout this series, Fiona's compassion for people and animals knows no bounds. She shared with us why she continues to burn the candle at both ends for others.
One day it will be my last day that I see, and all I'm doing is trying to maximise my time on this earth in order to do good for others, so that when my last day does come, I know that I've done all that I can. And that's what I would encourage other people to do.
Compassion towards people and animals have always come naturally to Fiona, even as a little girl. However, she says that the extreme conditions of the week-long ultramarathons, where one carries their own supplies, have also taught her important lessons about empathy.
I find the ultra stage races do give me something more than physical endurance. They bring mental enhancement. I always tell people when I speak of veganism that we are all animals, whether human or non-human, and we need the same things when it comes to what is important: food, water, shelter, freedom, no fear, and our health. Marathon des Sables teaches you this in abundance if you are a willing student.
Hence, Fiona yearns for a world in which no one has to suffer from a lack of bare necessities.
I remember back in 1984, A lot of the younger viewers won't remember this, but older ones will. There was a concert, Live Aid concert. Bob Geldof brought these Live Aid concerts to raise the awareness of the plight of people in Africa, starving in Ethiopia. And until that point, I don't think we'd ever seen such images, graphic images presented to us. That was the time that we should have looked at ourselves in the first world and thought we need to make change.
What kind of change? Fiona believes that a world without suffering entails true veganism, which for her means living in love and gratitude, coinciding with the basic tenet of all major religions.
For me, plant-based living is okay, but it's not enough. It's not like veganism. Veganism is actually embracing the ethic behind why we are doing things. For us in the West, it's not right to think that we can carry on with the same model of greed and consumerism at the same rate, so long as it's got a plant-based or vegan sticker on it. We have to change the model in the way that we think. And to do that, we have to learn for the others to have more, for there to be more fair distribution of resources along the planet. We have to accept and expect to have less and embrace that idea. And rather than look at the things that we aren't having, look at the blessings we have all around us.
To Fiona, veganism is also the key to turning around our current precipitous trajectory towards climate catastrophe. She said in an interview with theveganreview.com,
I have always said the model from which we conduct our daily lives has to change in order that our species can survive and thrive. Adopting veganism as the globally recognised dietary choice is not the only solution, but it is the most viable, easiest and most effective one to implement, and gives us time to work on other issues such as fossil fuels, industry and our ethical approach to every aspect of our lives, as well as the lives of each other, both non-human and human alike.
That very message was espoused by Supreme Master Ching Hai in a climate change conference held in Mexico on June 4, 2009.
One of the most effective and fastest way to reduce the heat in the atmosphere is to eliminate methane production. Methane not only traps up to 72 times more heat than carbon, it also goes away from the atmosphere much faster than CO2. So if we stop producing methane, the atmosphere will cool more quickly than if we stop producing carbon dioxide. So to cool the planet most quickly, we have to stop consuming meat in order to stop the livestock raising industry, and thus stop greenhouse gases, methane, and other toxic gases from animal industry. We would then have time to actually be able to adopt longer-term measures such as more green technology to also remove the carbon dioxide from the atmosphere.
Thank you, Fiona. We are deeply touched and inspired by your compassionate heart and deep insights. We would also like to thank Supreme Master Ching Hai for her wisdom and loving guidance. Let us heed her words without delay for the sake of our planet and all who reside on it. To learn more about Fiona Oakes and ways to help with her sanctuary, please visit FionaOakesFoundation.co.uk. Sagacious viewers, it was wonderful to have your precious company with us today. Please join us for the concluding episode of our show on Thursday, October 15, 2020. Coming up next is Peace, the Bigger Picture of Public Service, Part 5 of 10, on Between Master and Disciples, right after Noteworthy News. In the grace of the divine, may all beings on earth live in peace and harmony in a caring vegan world. Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule et suprememastertv.com/VE.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visiten suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VE.
Нашите предавания предлагат много езици. Моля вижте suprememastertv.com/schedule и suprememastertv.com/VE.